I know everyone's saying, when is it Crafts with Mandy? Oh, that's coming up, everyone. Welcome to In the Neighborhood. Now, we have Russ is representing Jim Button, who couldn't be with us today. Talk a little bit about that there, Rusty.
Well, you know, I have this wacky old guitar, and I put Jim's face on it. He's joining us in spirit, and I vandalized my guitar with his face, so I think that's a sign of a pretty strong friendship, I think.
I would think so. Give us some famous guitar players who play that style of guitar. Is that the Led Zepp guy? Is that a Les Paul?
Yeah, he played one of these. Yeah, this is. I guess it's supposed to be a Gibson Les Paul, but mine is a cheap Japanese copy from the 70s.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's surprisingly good. It's one of my favorite guitars, and I only paid $500 for it. So,
amazing.
Yeah, cheap stuff is great. But Jim's face, so I don't feel so bad about putting Jim's face on it, really.
Right? Because it's all good. Now, maybe, Mandy, you and I can dance a bit in Jim's honor because he's not here for our opening day. Can we do that?
Yeah, you guys ready?
I'm so ready. I'm going to put on my gloves.
Are the gloves on?
Whoa!
Woo!
Wow, you sound pretty good with a guy wearing gloves.
I'm like a Muppet. You know how the Muppets play instruments?
You kind of look like the guy from the Archies, actually, the old cartoon. Sort of had that thing.
Who played the guitar in Partridge Family? Susan Day played the tambourine. I know that.
Yeah, I know. Danny Bottaducci played bass.
Yeah.
I think the Cassidy kid. I think he played the guitar.
The D-Dog. I think I love you. Welcome to In the Neighborhood, everybody. And the spirit of Jim is with us. He's got to go deal with some stuff. But we're going to hear from him soon. We have like a crowd on our show today, which is kind of fun, isn't it?
It's pretty fun. I can't even wait.
In a minute, the Heebee-jeebees are going to be here. But first, to check in with the group, Mandy, how you doing? How you feeling? What's going on?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. I went through the up and down of emotions last night, and I appreciate my husband for still smiling at me this morning. How are you guys?
Gee, I had that on Friday.
Yeah. I had that about 8:30 this morning. So
yeah, I don't know. It's so big. So I think it's just really it's good to feel every emotion, but it's hard to constantly trying to hold on to optimism and joy. But I think it's really important to do so. So it's just the ebbs and flows. Thanks, Phil, for dealing with it with me. My teenager just like grabbed his dinner and went up to his room. It was like, okay.
Do you guys know, and I should know her name because I've watched her TED Talk 100 times. She's really good. She does relationship stuff and she talks about adultery. And her famous line is because she's a relationships counselor, and somebody came up to her and said, "Hey, you're the French lady who tells people they should have affairs." And she said, "No, I'm Belgian." But she has this great TED Talk that's gajillions of views, but she talks a lot about relationships. And I heard her interviewed recently, and she said, this is the collapse of all of our roles. So the challenge is, a lot of us, we have what we are at work, we have what we are, we're workers, we're partners, we're parents, we're friends, and suddenly all of those roles have collapsed into one location, and it's all over top of each other. And she was like, just cut yourselves all some slack, because it's not easy. So yeah, that's her insight.
That's awesome.
For what it's worth, but it's tricky.
You hear that, Phil? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna have an affair. That Belgian lady told me I should.
No, nobody do that. Especially now. Yeah, exactly.
You have to just blow kisses at somebody, or that you can't even do that.
Right? How can you even do it?
My mom is watching this, Dave.
Enough,
Hi,
enough,
Mom.
everyone. Well, you know what?
What are people doing on Tinder right now?
I don't know. I think I'm going to start an account just so I can see. Just check in. Are you guys okay? You can't see each other. You can chat with me, though. I'm super married.
You're super awesome is what you are.
Thanks, guys.
But you know what? Before we bring on the Heebee-jeebees and all the wonder that they are, the calls are just coming in, the emails and texts, people saying to me, Dave, I need to do a craft. My kids need to do a craft. Is there anyone out there who can help us? I need somebody with at least...
Hello.
It's craft time.
I made a craft theme.
That was a perfect craft theme. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to In the Neighborhood with Dave Kelly, Russell Broom, Jim Button, and Mandy Stobo. Who's ready to do a craft?
I am.
Okay. What are we going to do?
I am too. Oh my gosh, this is almost as exciting as the city, which I hope that we continue on. I'm going to do city crafts for the next 3 months every other day because we can build a giant city, which is exciting. But today, Russ, I need your help on this.
Okay.
Do you know those beautiful Ukrainian dolls?
Yeah.
That are inside of each other?
Right.
We're going to make our own. What are they called, Russ?
I don't know, but I'm going to do a Google. And I'll find out.
We're going to make our own, you guys. It's so exciting.
A doll or something? I don't know.
I think so. I was going to say babushka doll. Okay, everyone, are you ready? Let me magically go over to my studio.
Oh, a trip? She's going on a trip.
Can I please have the...
It's a Matryoshka doll.
Oh, nice. Nicely done. All right.
Well.
Nice. Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, hi, Mandy. How are you?
I'm great. I'm magically over in my studio.
Wow.
Are you ready to do a craft?
I sure am.
Okay, so all you need is paper, a pen, some scissors, some construction paper, and tape or glue.
A generator, a car battery, a pair of boots, and...
a lot of hope, a jump in your step, and a heart full of gold. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to pick 5 sizes. Large. And you can do this with animals or faces or anything. So I'm just going to do a quick face. Okay, so we'll do that on all of them. You can change them all. You can do your whole family. Imagine that. Do your whole family. It'd be beautiful. Okay, so then you have 5 different sized faces, right?
Yeah.
You see those?
Yes.
Yeah. So then you're going to take your paper. I like to do 5 different colors. So let's say you pick your paper. You do the first one with the largest gap, right? You see that?
Suddenly this got complicated.
So then, I know. So then you're going to have 5 different rolls. And on each of them, you're going to put a face. And then you can cut out the arms and give them little feet. You can do all kinds of things, right?
Oh, yeah.
I know. So then you want to do 5 different rolls of paper that fit inside of each other. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. And then you have a whole, what are they called again, Russ?
A nesting doll or a matryoshka doll?
A matryoshka doll.
Yes.
Or a nesting doll. So we're going to just tape these guys on there. And I think throughout the day, I'll add some arms and some hands and some beautiful things like that so that you guys can see them totally developed. So there's one. And you just want to put them on each of the rolls.
Could you use toilet paper rolls for this? Oh, I guess not. Because
you could.
Yes.
Yeah, but you could just cut it down. You could whittle it.
I don't have any fancy paper, but I just drew Mr. Yuck as my face. In honor of the pandemic, yeah.
Amazing.
Bring back Mr.
So
Yuck.
you see what I mean? Isn't this fun? It's such an easy craft to do. And it's so fun. You could do a family of pigs. You could do a family of bears. You could do just a bunch of Dave Kellys.
Look at I did Mandy.
You could do all the
Russ.
health ministers.
Aw.
There's which one is Mandy? Which one is Russ? Do you think?
Yeah, which one?
I think
we look pretty similar.
Yeah,
you both have red eyes.
Yeah, that's probably me then.
Yeah, it's old bloodshot Russ, they call him.
Okay, look how awesome this is, you guys.
This is incredible.
Look at these little guys.
That's
and there
really
you have a bunch of little nesting dogs. So I want to see yours. Send me all of your dolls. I want to see this, and I want to see them in the city because they can also be like people in your city. So I'm just going to throw those into each other. Of course they do.
You weren't very convinced, Mandy.
What the? I know. It's amazing. And there you go.
That's great.
There you
Look
go.
at
Okay.
Nicely done.
Are you going to go back to your other station now?
Back to you. Yeah.
Perfect.
Wow, that was Mandy Stobo, our on-location reporter in the studio. And Mandy, when do we do? I got to get this right. When do we do the drawing, like the black and white? You get to draw. Welcome back, Mandy.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this little baby.
It's actually good.
It's really good. It's a really good craft to do, and you could do your cousins. You could do your classmates that you're missing. Oh my gosh, it's endless, Dave. It's endless. So I think we should do that right now. Let's announce the coloring page of the day. I'm very excited about this. This is also like emotional therapy and a challenge for everyone.
Oh.
So I started thinking, what do we need at this time for teenagers and for all of us? And I think what we need is coloring sheets of the most popular memes. So I started with this one. Do you guys remember this one? If you see this on, if you try and send a gift, let me just show you on the screen a little better.
Yeah, I'm curious. And
so,
tell me.
Everyone knows this face. This is one of the most popular memes out there. So I want to see your take on a meme, and I want you guys to write a meme about COVID in Calgary in a positive way.
And I feel bad. I should know this meme because it's so everyone knows it. What is it?
Yeah, you should just Google the best memes of the world, or Google.
I'm about to Google the best memes of the world. The best.
Look how perfect it is! I'm so excited about this. It's so awesome.
No
what a great
internet.
craft! Oh my gosh!
Oh, so good. I don't see that baby as the best memes of the world.
Okay, I'll send you a gift.
Yeah. If this is the best meme in the world.
Here, I had a reference photo somewhere in here. Let me show you.
Okay.
Okay. So this is her.
All right. Let me see here.
This is the meme.
Right.
And it's kind of everywhere, and it's amazing. So I want to see your coloring of that meme, and I want to trend this. Yeah.
Let's trend it.
Awesome.
I'm going to phone 4 people, all of whom are part of a group called the Heebee-jeebees. And they are, I'm just hitting ring, 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 and ring. They are 4 tremendous guys and great entertainers and good Calgary people. Let's see who's joining us. We're ringing them all.
Hello.
Hello. Oh.
Hey, Mandy. Hey, Russell.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Jonathan. Hi,
hello.
So
how are you guys?
How are you guys? Woo!
Oh, nice to see you.
It's so good to see you guys. How are you all?
Oh, we're doing well, thanks. This social isolation thing is, maybe a creative renaissance for the Heebee-jeebees.
And you're making your bed, so you're putting some effort into it.
Well, I was gonna say the bedroom is where all the magic happens, Russell. That's where I get all the song ideas.
We've actually seen a lot of each other in the last little while, and it's making me be a bit uncomfortable. I won't lie.
Part of the challenge, of course, is you guys are trying to figure out how 4 individual singers can sing together. How challenging was that in this social isolation?
We've been trying to figure that out for 27 years, Dave.
But in truth, it has been really tough because most of the software out there, including whatever we're on right now, thanks to Rob's technical prowess, there's always just a little bit of a delay. And when you're singing together a cappella wise, you can't be that half beat off because it really throws the timing.
Well, I don't know why you guys can't do it, because we nailed singing Happy Birthday to Jan last week.
I saw that. So you know some of our difficulties.
It's like you watch everyone going, happy.
Actually,
you can't even follow lips. It's
exactly what it feels like singing live at the Saddle Dome.
Yeah,
because there's a half-second delay. So when you're singing O Canada as an a cappella group, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Or even for the grandstand show, Dave, and you would know that, the slap back on the bandstand there.
Or say, I mean, I'm not doing this to drop a name, but say you're trying to interview Barack Obama and you're not trying to talk like this in the Saddle Dome. It's a dance. You just got to plow through and get
Absolutely.
through.
Yeah. Plow through has been our motto for 27 years.
But now, I think Cedric should talk a bunch just because it's awesome. Cedric, we're about to play a video. Tell us a bit about the video we're about to play, Cedric.
Well, this was after a few different attempts of rehearsing and trying to figure out what could work as a quartet. We stumbled upon an app that allowed us to record our parts individually. So far from each other, different quadrants of the city. So Chris came up with this idea for a song, and then we all pitched in our own little segments and sections and brainstormed, and yeah, this is the result.
Awesome. Chris, before we push play, tell us about the song you chose.
Well, it's a song we wrote just for you, Dave.
What?
Yeah, it's a song we wrote just for this.
Let's be clear. It's for Mandy. It's for Mandy.
That's really.
It is despite Russell's musical talent. Let's be clear.
Yeah. It's actually offensive to Russell's musical talent.
Yeah. Russell may want to remove his headphones.
Yeah, we'd like to apologize, Russell. Sorry, man.
All an accident. Okay, well, we're going to push. It's about a little over 3 minutes. Let's all watch it, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. And now we'll say over to you, Rob, our technical genius, to push play.
2. I want to.
Well, I dreamed I saw the knights in armor coming, telling us for the quarantine. We know laughter is contagious, and we ain't found no vaccine. So we're stuck apart trying to do our part. All we wanna do is sing. And it's hard to sing close harmonies when you're social distancing.
So I hang with Jim Button and Mandy Stobo, jam with Russell Broom on an oboe, stare into Dave Kelly's eyes, and everything will be okay. You can call your folks, aunts and uncles too. You can take a virtual tour of museums or zoos. You can write a love letter to your very best friend. Support a local business so it ain't their end. You can get a portrait from Nia Zeller. You can try to play the stocks, be a fortune teller. You can learn a language, try to juggle, pick up a book. But maybe now it's time you finally learn to cook. But I'll use this time to meditate. If I get bored, I'll master an instrument. I'll stay home and do my part, and everything will be okay. That's right, everything will be okay.
It's the perfect time to wear your sweats and not to wear your brassiere, and show up right by dressing down. It's the style choice of the year. It's a point of pride to stay inside. Your front window is your view. And if long distance relationships are your thing, we've got good news for you.
Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay.
It's a crazy time to sing online. Opportunities are there. Well, we haven't all gone viral yet, but we could if you like and share. Oh, the Heebee-jeebees are doing fine. Right with you is where we'll stay. Well, we'll reconvene at Christmas time, 'cause that's more than 6 feet away.
But now I'll use this time to meditate. If I get bored, I'll master an instrument. I'll stay home and do my part, and everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Let's just take it day by day, and everything will be okay.
This is so good.
Look at this. I believe we are now. That was so good, you guys.
Everything will be okay, everyone.
That's right. Hang in there.
How did you afford to hire a Star Wars character to be part of that? I don't know, but that was incredible.
That's coming out of your budget, Dave. Didn't you read the paperwork?
It's a line item. It should be fine.
Okay, can I tell you Blythe's big issue with stormtroopers?
Please.
I know we want to talk about you guys and your music, but Blythe is really, she's not a big Star Wars fan, and she goes, what do those stupid white outfits do? Because whenever they got shot, they die. So they're not bulletproof. They don't protect you from anything. They talk to you. Like, what are they for? And
we wanted to show our vulnerability, Dave. We're all vulnerable in these times.
Right?
Like
in these times.
That's right.
Yes.
I have a stormtrooper outfit, but it's brown.
Oh.
Cool.
On the inside? Now, you guys, as not only are you all great entertainers and singers, we also asked you to come to us with a helper, somebody that you said, hey, Mr. Rogers reminded us all in times of difficulty to look for the helpers, to realize what we can be. And whoever has the story, jump in. I think you do, John. Is it yours? Or who's?
I do, yeah. So right now, I think artists and musicians are really, really stepping up in this time. I mean, we're in a time where Yo-Yo Ma is doing daily videos. You've got Patrick Stewart doing like daily readings of Shakespeare sonnets, in which case I think we're about 140 sonnets away from getting through this, so it should be good. But, it's not every day that you get living room concerts by our very own Jan Arden and Russell Broom. I mean, it's a fantastic time for everybody to share and really try to get everybody's spirit up and encourage people to get through this. And I think one of the people who's done this best in our community right now, who's a helper and a hero and a good friend of ours, is Donovan Seidel. He's one of the assistant concert masters for the Calgary Philharmonic Orchestra. And what he did is he and his partner, Janice Saylor, put together representatives from the Calgary Philharmonic and the Edmonton Symphony, and they all recorded Elgar's Nimrod variations socially isolated from their own homes. And I think it's just such a beautiful, beautiful piece, and I think it speaks to the human spirit at this time. It is the definition of grace. It is the definition of hope. So we would like to put Donovan Seidel forward for our Helper Award here.
And fun fact, all four of the Heebee-jeebees had the same nickname in high school, and it was Nimrod. So there you go.
And to top it off, we wanted someone who would be fun and engaging and entertaining for Mandy to draw. And obviously, you've done a fantastic job.
Thanks, guys.
Donovan's one of our hair heroes, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
No one has hair like he has.
His hair
and you know what's
is
cool?
Quite amazing.
He's so ambitious and wants to share this with other musicians all across the globe that he put together a how-to video so other musicians can put together a video like his. It's a 34-minute YouTube clip.
That's
amazing.
Outstanding.
It's very detailed. Yeah, we won't watch it, but it's really, really detailed.
I was going to say it was too complex for us to follow. That's why we used the app that
I can't. Speaking of great work on the apps, I can't seem to get Donovan online, but that's okay because Rob is going to try for me, and he's our technical genius, because I was trying to get him, and it just says not connected, and it's not. Rob can't.
You're too busy playing other things.
Mandy, can you give it a try?
Sure. Text me the number, you guys.
Please stand by. I'll text you.
Well, while we stand by, I'd like to salute every single one of you, Heebee-jeebees. You guys are amazing community leaders. I know you each are affected personally and professionally, and I just love you guys so much. I look to you with such respect. I look up to you, and I just appreciate you guys so much.
Well, we'd like to give a speech in rebuttal, and Cedric will provide that now.
All right, go ahead.
No, I'm kidding. Thank you, Mandy.
Thanks, Mandy. Yeah, we feel the same, and you guys have just been doing such a great job with this In the Neighborhood show, just sort of bringing a little hope, a little cheer to everybody daily. So congratulations, you guys, and thanks for having us on.
I have to say that whenever I look at Ken, whenever I look at your Facebook feed, I'm like, how come I'm not smart like Ken? He has stuff to say, and I'm always like, here's a picture of my nose. It's cool.
And he's so articulate, too. It's not fair.
I know.
But your wife's picture got almost as many likes as Ken's did. So it's all good.
And my wife just texted something that I can't say to you in rebuttal because she knows the truth.
See, it's all there.
Speaking of wives, can I just say right now, happy birthday to my wife. She's turning 50 today.
Wow!
Happy birthday,
Maureen!
So we're having a big isolation party. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, Rusty.
Do you want us to sing for her?
Yeah, do it.
No, that didn't work before.
We'll do it in a 7-part harmony here.
I can't seem to connect to him either.
Yeah, it just says not connected, not connected. So he knows we're talking about him.
He's such an enigma, though. He's an enigma.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, we tried. So Donovan,
we'd like to accept this on his behalf. And you know what I was going to say? I think the CPO is launching their season today. So Donovan, as a part of that, will be a part of the comeback season for when we start to fill stages and concert halls again. So yeah, it's gonna be great.
Incredible.
That's so good. I'm sorry, Donovan, that as you watch this, know that we love you and we're talking about you. And unfortunately, we can't seem to connect to you because the internet is hard.
It is. It's a hard place. We're navigating it semi-well, though.
Right? Like, I click, how many times can I click ring? And it says not connected. Ringing, not connected.
Well, you guys are doing so much better than all the rest of us who are, Zooming and Skyping and whatever we're trying to do to keep everything going.
Thanks, Mandy.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, well, just one sec, please. You talk, Mandy.
Oh, okay. I will talk. Speaking of heroes, I do want to do a shout out to the Jube School, John. I know it's been such a struggle, but Karen and Carly and Luke and everyone over at the Jube School, Brendan in Edmonton, you guys have done such an amazing job. We just figured out how to broadcast live, camera down on the table, John, if you need any workshops. So
I'm very excited. Yes,
I'll call Karen this afternoon, and we'll take this thing
online,
virtual.
Mandy.
Yeah.
Look, it's Donovan!
It's going to be awesome.
Donovan!
Hey!
Did we tell you about the hair? Did we tell you?
Look at that, hey? Just got out of bed.
Oh, that is the best hair.
Wow.
Oh, man.
What time did you have to get up to make that happen, Donovan?
About 5 minutes ago.
So early. I spent most of my day doing this.
These chamber musicians get up at the crack of noon.
That's tough. Well, Donovan, you'll just have to imagine that for the past 10 minutes, 2 things have been happening. We've been talking about how great you are, and we've been watching me trying to get a hold of you. So,
oh, fantastic. I'm so sorry. I had my phone in my pocket. I expected it to come through on my computer, but it didn't. But, yeah, here I am.
What is that buzzing on my lap? I don't know, but I like it.
Call me often.
Woo! Dave Kelly.
I like this show. I think we should get just 2 or 3 more guys on the show. Would that be good?
Mandy, save us from ourselves, please.
You have the grace of this show,
I'm just going to watch.
Well, look, Donovan, we all did speak about your project with the both orchestras and how much we appreciate what you're doing to make people feel good and for people that are looking for half an hour YouTube, you're the man. You got an entire instructional video that they can watch.
I got a lot of questions about making the video, so I thought I'd just kind of nip that in the bud and do a little how-to.
That's quite a bud. That's quite a big bud.
It is quite a bud.
These are mad skills. Someone who can actually perform as well as you do and have the technical prowess to support it. Obviously, everybody else on screen does not have that.
Yeah, Russell, break your hand.
Russell, Donovan, and Mandy are artists. The Heebee-jeebees are entertainers.
True.
That is different.
It's a difference, yeah.
And I'm the guy that goes, now what? That's sort of my gig.
Teeth and hair, Dave.
That's all it is. Hey, now Donovan, I know that if I were to say to Russ, hey, can you play Stairway to Heaven? He'd punch me and then he'd play it. Probably the same thing if people say to you, hey, can you do Orange Blossom Special? I love that on the violin. Yeah.
Free bird.
Oh, God.
So will you play it? No, I'm just kidding.
No. Yeah. Play it on your
no problem.
Totally kidding.
Fiddle, right? Is that what you play?
He's a fiddler. Yeah, he's a fiddler.
You guys, it's so amazing.
That's the equivalent for an a cappella group is The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Right.
But it's a great tune for us to sing because then we can afford to buy Cedric's growth hormones. It's great.
And I was going to say,
too many, judging by
one
how
of the
many octaves below he talks.
That's right. One of the best times that we got to sing it was on your show with Jim Button, who we're all missing today. In fact, I got my gym socks on.
Cool.
You didn't have much else on there, John. Wait a minute.
What? Is everyone else wearing pants? We're all in social isolation. I mean, that's part of the gig, right?
I know. I only put a bra on for this show.
Me too.
Well, not all of them, Mandy, Stobo. Not all of them.
Just wait for Casual Friday.
This has gone off the rails.
It has gone off the rails.
Do you guys know who I'm calling tomorrow on the show? I just want to say this because it's going to be funny. We're going to have the biggest reunion of all time. I'm going to call Robin Gill and Jeb Fink.
Holy
cow. I know.
Please say hi to both of them.
It's going to be crazy train. Now, normally are we allowed to say goodbye and dance? Because I want these guys to stay dancing with us. But normally what I do is tell a little story at the end of the show. So I wanted to tell a quick story about this person who gave me some great advice. And I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to say how it affects me. It said, kids need the space to miss friends, to be sad, to be scared, and to be unsure. Telling them it's going to be okay always doesn't acknowledge the fact that sometimes they feel sad, scared, or unsure. So I know Mandy and we both were talking earlier about our amazing relationships. And I just thought about that note, and I thought all of us are allowed to be scared. We're allowed to be unsure. We're allowed not to know, and especially our kids are. But all of you guys who are such examples of decency and kindness and generosity, it's okay if now and then you aren't decent, kind, and generous because we all have to cut ourselves some slack. So that's my thought of the day.
The only thing that could make that more special to Dave is a slight bed track of Orange Blossom Special as it is being read.
Is it too much to ask for, right? Like just, I know. This was almost a great show, wasn't it, Ken? Like,
that's what we aim for. The
almost perfection. Yeah. Leave them wanting more. Leave us wanting more.
Well, look this is what I think we should do. We normally have a big dance party at the end of the show that Russ plays for, and Russ is going to take it, and I encourage all of us to shake our money makers, wherever the money maker happens to live in your body.
I'm glad I did put a bra on for this.
Yeah.
Shake it.
Yes, Ed.
Woo! Yeah.
This is why we're singers, not dancers. Speak for yourself.